met a city-state here. First city-state we've met. City-states are the smaller political entities. They cannot win a game. They're not competing against you, but they can greatly assist or impede your progress towards victory. You can befriend city-states, gain a number of important benefits. You can ignore them and concentrate on bigger and more important foes, or you can conquer them and take their stuff. It's up to you.
Our city-state neighbours have made a request of us.
Okay,
if we can impress them, I think they will reward us handsomely.
They'll reward us handsomely. I wonder what the city-state's called. Let's have a look. Jerusalem. Okay. So Jerusalem's nearby. That scout's had his move. I think he's had his move. He seems to be able to move again if he wants, but yeah, he's had his move. Alright, a warrior. What should I do with him? A warrior, he can go over here through the copper maybe, and then I'm going to send him back to St. Petersburg after. Because in case we were to be attacked, we ain't got a military unit right here, so. In 2 turns we get our slinger. Seems to focus on the military units in. 7 turns we get another citizen. At the minute we're only able to work 1 tile other than our capital. 16 turns until border growth. To get faith from this tile, 3 production, food. We could do with a better food tile with 2 food on it. Really, we could, badly. Is there any available? Are there any available real far? Oh, there ain't much food around here, is there? We need to do something to double up the food. Ah, food tiles here. Alright then, more production. We gotta do something about this food crisis almost. There's the food, and what continent are we on? North America. That's at least what whoever's called it. Whoever's founded it called it. Ooh, something like that. A scout.
My liege, we have an envoy at our disposal. We can use the envoy to gain favor with the city-state. Becoming friendly with a city-state neighbor can be greatly beneficial to our civilization.
Right, I think we've been given an envoy from that little mini civilization we just spoke to. They just feel to speak to. Well, that's what they've got to. The bonuses you earn from city-state depend on how many envoys you've sent to the city-state. Envoys are earned over time with influence points which come from governments and policies, or instantly by completing certain civics. Once earned, you will receive a prompt to choose which city-states to send them to. If you have multiple envoys, you may divide them between the city-states you desire. Declaring war on a city-state removes all envoys you have there. Otherwise, envoys stay on the city-state permanently. Envoys at a city-state are visible to all players, and placing them may have diplomatic consequences. Bonuses earned are based on how many envoys you have present, regardless of who else has envoys there. City-states of a What's it? City-states of a type all share the same type bonuses. They're cumulative, so that as a player places more and more envoys on a city-state, they stack with the bonuses from before. Each envoy placed in a city-state expands its borders by 1 tile. Hold up. Each envoy placed in a city-state. Okay, so we'll be expanding their borders by a tile, I think. Successfully completed the espionage mission. Fabricate scandal will remove the rivals' envoys from the targeted city-states. So our warrior, who I was supposed to bring back to St. Petersburg, I'm half tempted to move him up here. It'll take him a while to get back, but I might find some food tiles, although food tiles are more likely down here, such as right here. Although, what's going on? Where's all the food at? Here's 2 food, wheat. Really, we need to head down there and,
This river has floodplains, which means it has flooded before, and might burst its banks again. A flood along this river could happen at any point in the future. This presents us with risks, but potentially benefits too.
The river might happen at any point. This potentially benefits too. The flood can affect any tile along the river. So the tile will pillage or destroy improvements and pillage districts on the tile. It might also increase the yields for the tile as a result. So pillage it but might increase the yield. Okay. Environmental effects, that is quite a lot to read. Especially when you're tired as can be. We've got volcanoes, geothermal fissures, floods, storms, climate change, nuclear accidents. Those are quite far away. We ain't even got power plants, we're in the ancient era, you know. Droughts, periods of reduced precipitation where agriculture becomes more difficult and impossible, resulting in a loss of food. Droughts can occur in grassland or plains areas, without features like trees, hills, or nearby rivers or coasts. The drought will be centered on a grassland or plains tile, with at least 4 grassland or plains tiles adjacent that do not have any other feature. We'll look for them without falling around. A drought may extend to additional tiles as well, potentially affecting huge regions. Droughts become more common as global temperature increases. A drought will reduce the food yield of a tile by 1. In addition, any farms, camps, plantations, pastures, and the Mikiwap Outback Station and Cahokia Mound improvements built in the affected areas will be pillaged. Damn, they'll be pillaged? There's a chance that the most severe droughts will entirely remove these improvements. Golly, that's damn. A city with an aqueduct, dam, bath district or step well improvement will not suffer the -1 food yield during a drought, but will still have improvements pillaged by the drought. So the idea with droughts and all that, have a bath, dam, or aqueduct, one of those, step well or bath district, whatever. A major drought lasts for 5 turns and an extreme drought for 10. Improvements cannot be rebuilt or replaced while the drought is active. Droughts do not offer any benefits after they have ended. There's no benefit. It's just like a drought. Doesn't sound good, does it? No droughts. Nuclear accidents. I guess we'll read that at a later date as we're nowhere near getting power. It's caused by global warming. Climate change is about CO2. Using consumable resources to provide power will produce CO2. As it's produced, polar ice will begin to melt, causing sea levels to rise. Coastal terrain beyond the following levels, you've got 1 metre, 2 metre, 3 metre, and then not affected by coastal flooding. Each level of global CO2 that is reached raises the sea level by 5 metres. What? Damn, 0.5 metres. This means at level 2, the 1 metre coastal terrain will be flooded. If a high enough level is reached, 1 metre and 2 metre tiles will become submerged and become coastal water tiles. This may result in the destruction of improvements and districts in flooded tiles and a loss of population. Damn, you lose your citizens in city centres, so people can drown. Okay. Damn. And as global CO2 increases, the chance of storms, river flooding and drought occurring increases as well. Right. So you've got storms, blizzards, the effect only occur in small tons of tiles, a range from significant 7 tiles to crippling. What's that saying? 19 or something ridiculous. Yeah, 19 tiles. More than double. After a blizzard passes, there's a chance that the affected tiles will have improved food yield. I don't even think we get affected by blizzards as Russia, but that's kind of frustrating. I almost want a blizzard to happen so we could get more food after this happened. Although, forget having a 19 tile one. Range from, affecting 19 tiles. Dust storms can only occur in desert tiles. They range from gradient 3 tiles to Habu 7 tiles. After a dust storm passes, there's a chance that affected tiles will have improved food or production yield. Alright, that's kind of good. But we ain't nowhere near desert, I don't think. We ain't explored much land, but it don't look like we're in a desert. Tornadoes only occur in plains and grassland tiles. They range from family 1 tile to outbreak 3 tiles. So, this tornadoes might be quite devastating. The third one there is tornadoes. Oh, it is storms is separate and they persist for 3 turns. Stages of storms are entry, movement, and what's that say? Dissipation. Type of storms depend on the surrounding terrain. All storms have a chance to pillage or remove the improvement on the tiles, buildings as well, and population and damage units. Their effects vary on the type, and these are the different types, I guess, what I've been reading perhaps. Tornadoes only occur in plains and grasslands. Hurricanes in ocean tiles. They range from category 4, 7 tiles, to category 5, 19 tiles. After a hurricane passes, there is a chance that affected tiles will have an improved food or production yield. flooding may occur. Great bath wonder prevents damage. Okay, the floods. This is what we're supposed to read. Pillage buildings. Right, basically it affects buildings, kills units. They vary. What's this? It's more severe, like the 1,000-year flood. What's affecting greater areas? 1,000-year flood? You can prevent flooding by building a dam along the river. Only one dam can be constructed along the river. The Great Bath Wonder prevents damage caused by floods. After a flood passes, there is a chance that affected tiles will have an improved food and production yield. And you've got the geothermal fissures, which are a non-removable terrain feature which adds science to the tile. The standard aqueduct and Roman bath grant +1 amenity when placed adjacent to the geothermal fissure. Hungarian thermal bath grants 2 plus amenities and 3 for tourism. Interesting how this works. The geothermal power plant improvement must be constructed over one of these geothermal fissures. The non-removable terrain feature only adds science to the tile. I need to find some tiles like that. Volcanoes, they're commonly found near continental borders. They have 3 states: dormant, active and erupting. Dormant volcanoes are identical to mountain tiles. A dormant volcano might become active. Once active, they begin to glow from within, and billowing smoke from the top indicates what's to come. Active volcanoes will eventually erupt and damage the surrounding tiles and any features or improvements on those tiles. The improvements affected by a volcano eruption can be pillaged and removed. Garrisons and fortifications may take damage. City centres near an erupting volcano may suffer population loss in that city. All is not lost, however. Each tile affected by volcanic eruptions has a chance to have an increased food and production yield after the eruption. Wonders are not affected by eruptions. There's a lot of reading in this. Right, so here's Jerusalem. Jerusalem have, bloody hell, they got more warrior units than us. Their army, you could argue. What is it they want? Envoy, looks like we've sent one. 1, 2, that's 2 faith in the capital. Influence Peter, myself in this. Press, trigger the inspiration moment for military tradition and civic. Right, so I think I need to skip military civic. This is military tradition. It's on in the back of my mind. I can see how tired I am right now. I don't want to declare war. Come on, that's a bit silly. Jerusalem have only got relations with us and such. And we have got an envoy there which is giving us faith. Right, hold up. Yeah, confirm placement. Alright, it's already confirmed, isn't it? Must be. When I press options, it just goes to save game. Which, after I put the word Russia in, oh, I need to start up a cloud, I've got to say. I definitely do, I've got insufficient space, damn. Real map. Oh shoot, that's another game I was running. So we've only got these 2 slots. Seriously, where I was on turn 1? Oh no, this is all in a different order, isn't it? think these are all. I think there's 2 games I've done with being Victoria. Barbarian Clans mode, then Continents, standard rules, huge map. I think that was, and then true start locations. This one I think was where the island was exactly like it is the UK. This one was, my bad, this one might have been that one I was just on about. But that's just some second game. Right, Russia, this one saved at turn 1. This one saved at turn 1. Right, I'm just going to overwrite this one. No save games. Right. We've got a lot of food there. Well, 2 ain't that much food anymore. And in the previous game at least where I managed to take over. Is that 5 food? You've got to be joking. Wow, from Sugar Jerusalem are rich. They must have a lot of citizens. We've got 3 lots of citizens already, and we've got what, 1? Maybe still 1, yeah. Oh, 15 turns and we get the border growth. We've probably got more faith than Jerusalem, which doesn't really sound right as such, but I think it's perhaps we've explored more. I mean, is this seriously the bottom of the map here?
We have trained our first ranged unit, capable of hitting enemies from afar, while out of the range of hand-to-hand combat.
Right, yeah. I trained that in the city centre, right there. I've got to move this warrior to it, right. They got 5, right. Unit combat statistics. I've got an idea of what's going on there. Pottery, now we get +1 food. What's the deal? Let's have a look. There's other stuff we get as well. Great bath, that stops flooding. Must be built on a floodplain style there. And 3 housing. House harvesting, bonus resources improved by farms. And a granary with 2 housing and food. No man ever wetted clay and then left it as if there would be bricks by chance and fortune. Right, my warrior. I don't know if I'm going to bring him back to St. Petersburg or send him around these hills and back that way if it's even possible. My slinger here. Much as he's holding fort defending. Right, let's just check that. Right, we'll send this guy back this way. Where's my scout? Right. This scout goes down. Cracking there, then we've got, what's this, rice? Damn, how come they're near all the good food? And tobacco. Jerusalem are proper rich, you know. Doing really, really well there. Right, production. Granary. The food, surely. I think that's our best option, to be honest. If not, it's another scout, but I'm going to granary. Right, technology tree. I think this is what we need. You know, get to be able to. What it's about these things, getting pastures, camps, pastures, Horses, resource have been discovered, harvesting cattle, sheep and deer. So it's more about, yeah, pastures, camps and horses. And after will be mining, which will allow us to chop woods, harvest copper, build mines, quarries, quarries and mines. Found a village inhabited by a friendly tribe. Recently, I've done that recently. I think it's bigger on a horizontally. Ah, here's the village we were found. Let's keep sending my scout down there. So we found first, got the seed. Our swimmer. Very much to it. But I can't ride a marble. Be decent. And do the production and everything. We couldn't get a settler if we wanted to right now because we ain't got enough citizens. Yeah, we'll just continue working as we are and aim towards granary. So next turn. It's football's wives in the background if anyone's wondering what that is. And also I'm shouting.
The number of faithful has grown, and it is time for us to define our beliefs. Let us choose a pantheon to worship.
Define our beliefs and choose a pantheon. Right. This is an interesting choice for us to have to make. You can get a benefit, but you can only choose one and no other player can take it, the one that you choose. Once you've accumulated enough faith, you'll be prompted to found a pantheon, a precursor to the full-blown religions to be founded later. Choosing which pantheon to found depends on your short and long-term goals for your civilization. After earning a pantheon, you're well on your way to establishing your religion. Unlike a full religion, a pantheon you choose will be unique to your civilization and cannot spread outside your borders or be displaced. Right. Let's see what this village has to offer for us. They've shared a hidden technical secret. Our knowledge of astrology has advanced considerably. Well, that's really good of them. And I'm very grateful. Right, over here, we're going to make a move east. There's lots of tobacco over this way. And fish, it could be handy to settle down here. Scout. Continue going west and has found another little civilization. Warriors took his move. The St. Petersburg will wait in 3 turns for a citizen who'll work land, 7 turns for a granary. Then things will start to improve and, you know, we get further. Ah yes, our pantheon. 1 second, I best save the game before we choose our pantheon because it's you can only choose it once, you can't change it. To mess it up wouldn't be a good idea, let's just put it like that. It's either that or I log off for the night and go catch some sleep, which is probably the better option. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I do need to go catch some sleep. In 3520 BC, St. Petersburg is going okay. We've got a slinger in our military and a warrior unit, and we've got 2 scouts, and they're all quite far from the centre. For our Pantheon, I'm probably going to go for either a greater food yield so that the population rises faster, which could be handy considering there ain't much food around here. I'm not sure if the granary puts +1 food on every resource, it just does a +1 at you know, at base, but I think it's possible for us to read that +1 food, but it doesn't say where, if it's on every tile. If you don't do the food thing, I want border growth or border expansion to be 2 turns, is that? Oh no, 12 turns until border growth. Yeah, I guess the border growing faster would be in our best interests. It's like the next tile we get is only 1 production, 1 food. But all of these tiles, the options, apart from these with 2 production, 1 food, all of them are, and this copper one, the rest aren't very interesting, as you could say. Anyway, just one time save this up. I think I did save it, but just double check. Alright guys, I'll see you, anyone watching, in the next episode, which will be aired within the day tomorrow, aka today. Peace, love, respect, and big up YouTuber Jamonymow. I'm glad he's alive. Died for an hour, half an hour, but he was revived and everything. Shout him out. And I'll see you guys on here